You'll notice he no longer suffers delusions of humanity.
Affirmative.
I smell nigger.
Hate you black bastards. You stink.
Let's get into this.
Trigger warning. You are about to enter the Tomahawk Rage Room. If you're a faint of heart, or you just a pussy-ass motherfucker, turn back now. You've been warned.
I can't fucking stand this monkey-faced nigger. What's going on, Ken folks? Unfortunately, tonight, I got an emergency drop for you guys. The Queen Bonobo herself, Joyless Reed, is making her second appearance here in room 99. I want to go ahead and say this. I just want to say this. If you're a sensitive sister, this is not the video for you. Because there's about to be some tomahawk swinging in here for the heinous shit this nigger let come out of her mouth. Half nigger. You see, some of our ancestry comes from across the pond. We're not going to go into that part right now. But I just want to say, this will not stand. And we're going to get to this.
Some recent comments by Florida Congressman Byron Donalds have been condemned by House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, the Congressional Black Caucus, the chairman of the Democratic National Committee, Jamie Harrison, and the president of the NAACP, Derek Johnson, just to name a few. In those comments, at an event designed to help Republican outreach to black voters in Philadelphia earlier this week, Congressman Donalds made what certainly seemed like positive comments about the Jim Crow era. And he claims his critics are missing the context of what he said.
He made some seemingly good comments about Jim Crow. Let's get one thing clear. And if you've been around this channel, you already know this. Son of the Confederacy. You fucking Yankees and you fucking foreigners can kiss my ass. Today is Friday the Juneteenth. And we gonna put some stuff to bed tonight.
Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace.
Y'all gonna stop speaking on my history. If you see my video, Joyless Reed, right? Once again, she's like Congolese or some shit and Guyanese, whatever the fuck.
She's got those nigger lips.
She from up south. You understand? This shit has to stop. They are contributing factors to your condition. And I'm talking to you foundationally dead Americans.
And by N-word, I mean nigger. There, I said it.
So, here's the context.
I grew up with my mom. My dad and my mom, things didn't work out. As an adult, I look at my father and I say, bro, I don't know what happened, but you my father and I love you. Wow. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. Wow. But I'm gonna tell you this, growing up, the one thing I knew I wanted to do, and this is not about my father, this is about what I wanted to do, is I wanted to be a father to myself. Wow. And so one of the things that's actually happening in our culture, which you're now starting to see in our politics, is the reinvigoration of black families. with younger black men and black women. And that is also helping to breed the revival of a black middle class in America. You see, during Jim Crow, the black family was together. During Jim Crow, more black people were not just conservative, because black people always have been conservative minded, but more black people voted conservatively. And then H.E.W., Lyndon Johnson, and then you go down that road, and now we are where we are. What's happened in America the last 10 years, and I say it because it's my contemporaries, it's Wesley's contemporaries, you're starting to see more black people be married in homes, raising kids. It's when you home with your wife raising your kids, and then you look at the world, you're saying, now wait a minute, time out. This does not look right. How can I get something to my kids? It goes back to the conversation of generational wealth. Not just having a job, generational wealth.
I am joined now by Florida Republican Congressman Byron Donalds. Congressman, thank you for being here.
So before that hen starts cackling, I want to know what the hell is wrong with what that man said. I didn't think so. What y'all have to understand is this. You notice he said that indigenous Americans were voting more conservatively back then. Yes, I said indigenous American because I know I can hear you fucking FDA motherfuckers in the background. Shut the fuck up and listen.
Hate you black bastards. You stink.
Okay. You want to know why we were voting more conservatively? Because we were the conservatives, you dumb niggas. You understand? Communism, democracy, all of that shit, like I said a couple videos ago, ain't your culture. You niggas are not from Africa. There is no Juneteenth. It was your goddamn grandfather out there fighting the North. Excuse me. Was out there fighting the foreigners coming in through the North. You weren't no fucking slave. How they gonna make you go fight a war if you outnumbered your so-called slave masters, you retarded motherfuckers? Okay? During Jim Crow, the family unit was stronger. Do you niggas know why? Because you niggas had your own businesses. We had our own tight-knit communities. Do not listen to these internet motherfuckers that be out here telling you that niggas wasn't together. Well, on the plantation, the sisters belonged to Massa. There wasn't no Massa. Your Massa was Harpo, you stupid nigga. Let's continue with this because I didn't even let her get started for me to actually get my points out.
We played that lengthy segment. That is what you posted on your social media. The part of what you said that people take issue with is this line, which I'm going to read back to you again. You see, during Jim Crow, the black family was together. During Jim Crow, more black people were not just conservative. Black people have always been conservative minded, but black people voted conservatively. But it is that during Jim Crow, the black family was together. That's what people have taken issue with. What are they missing?
I told you, man. I told you. Don't fuck with me.
I'll tell you what they're missing. They're missing that your monkey ass has nothing to do with Jim Crow. So your bitch ass shouldn't be speaking on it.
How many times I told you not to call here and interrupt my kung fu?
That's what they're missing. But what they're really missing is during Jim Crow, how could the family have not been together under your narrative of slavery and oppression? We were all we had according to y'all. But see, Jim Crow was during the time of what y'all niggas love to say, Black Wall Street, Black Wall Street. You niggas got y'all time frames all fucked up and mixed. Because y'all want to run around and claim greatness and oppression at the same time. And y'all making motherfuckers look bad. And you need to mind your motherfucking business. with your rooster cut. What they're also missing was during Jim Crow, we weren't citizens. Not because we were slaves, but because we're indigenous to the Americas. The fuck we need to be citizens of the United States Corporation for? That's why I hate Martin Luther King. That's why I hate Louis Farrakhan. That's why I hate Malcolm X. That's why I hate all those niggas.
You know what, brother? If you were to walk into any mosque in America and you just laid your hands on the first person or the third person or the fifth person that you see, you realize that you're laying your hands on a Native American?
I believe.
Every last one of them. You was out here talking black and we shall overcome. Choke on a glizzy.
Cause if it was up to me, I'd unleash the hound and turn y'all niggas into puppet child.
What they're also missing is that during Jim Crow was when the biggest influx of all of those foreigners was coming up in this motherfucker. After the world wars. That's all the stuff that you're missing. But you ain't from here, Joy Reid, so I wouldn't expect you to know anything about that. Your mammy ain't from here. Your pappy ain't from here. You just like that other bitch, Abina Darky. There's something wrong with you motherfuckers.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
Frankly, what's really happened is that you have, Democrats and you have the Biden campaign, and some of the media want to twist my words for political purposes. The overarching issue is talking just about Black families and why you're seeing a trend of Black people leaning towards Republicans in this election cycle and probably in election cycles to come. And part of that, is that when you're raising families, raising kids, etc., you're now thinking about all of the public policy issues, all of the economic issues, all of the education issues. And that's leading people to have divergence in political thoughts. That was the only point. The stuff that comes up about Jim Crow and twisting my words, saying I was being nostalgic or saying that Jim Crow was good for Black people, that's all political spin. It's a lie. It's
Smell like bitchy here.
This is where you weak ass Negro conservatives fuck up. Y'all niggas weak as fuck.
Pussy ass nigga.
I'm not saying that Jim Crow was a good thing for Black people. Nigga, I said it. Now what?
How could this have happened? A black white supremacist.
Bring me up on the goddamn readout, Joy. Bring a real ninja up there, not one of these suit and tie, shuck and jive ass niggas. Bring a nigga that's out for scalps up there.
What's up now, pump chick?
And I'll stand on Jim Crow and the Confederacy. You take that to the motherfucking bank.
To the day I D-I-E, nigga.
gaslighting, and that's truly unfortunate.
So here's the challenge, Congressman. You started out talking about your family, talking about your mom, talking about being raised, and you on your own brought up Jim Crow. In fact, you said Jim Crow 3 times for emphasis. It wasn't the media or the Democrats or gaslighters who brought up Jim Crow. It was you. You brought up Jim Crow. So why did you use Jim Crow specifically as your reference?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off.
Because that's the last time niggas was on top, you piece of shit, bitch.
You did that. No one else did that. You did it.
Oh, I did. We were having a conversation, just talking as, Black people in Philadelphia. But if you're going to use the chronological timeline of America before the Great Society and Lyndon Johnson's time period, you had, unfortunately, the Jim Crow era.
Byron. Bruh, listen. You're wasting your breath. She's a foreigner. She ain't got nothing to do with this. This ain't her business, fam. You need to tell her to shut her ass up. Rev X her ass.
don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
America, during that time period, the marriage rates of Black Americans was significantly higher than any other time since then in American history. So it is a divergence if you're talking about marriage rates in the Black community. They have plummeted. And what we've seen recently in America, which is a very good thing we should all celebrate, is that the marriage rates in the Black community are rising again. That's good for Black families. That's definitely good for Black children. It's something I want to see. I'm quite sure you want to see it as well.
Incorrect, Representative Donalds. And if you happen to see this, go check out my video. I've featured, I think, 2 videos with this baboon down here. She don't give a damn about children. She's a Freudian feminist. She don't give a damn about children. See, this is what happens when you don't know your opponent. All you see is a sister. Sister soldier. That's all you see. You know what I see? I see a fucking mammy.
Okay, let's talk about that. Jim Crow lasted roughly from 1867 after the Civil War to 1968. Is there a specific period between 1867 and 1968 that you thought was this golden era for Black families, or a time that was good for Black families?
Well, you foreign bitch. You want to know what was going on in the late 1800s going into the 1900s? Niggas was kicking ass. Had pasty cakes running for their fucking life. Yeah, I said it, Brad. That's why your granny crossed the street when niggas walk down the road.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Because niggas was taking scalps off. Indiscriminately. What you people need to understand is the public fool system got y'all fucked up. You niggas will talk, as they say in New York, cash shit about the white man and institutional racism. And then your dumbass will turn around and parrot everything he taught you in his revisionist history class. I can't stand you niggas.
You stupid fuck.
Joy, I never said that. And see, this is where the gaslighting comes in.
I'm going to read what you said.
All I was talking about was the marriage rates.
Stop. No,
Joy,
that's not what you said. Let's play what you said.
Play
what he said. Play what he said.
Families. You're saying I said it was...
Spoken like a true central impotence agency sock puppet. Why don't you shut your ass up and let the brother talk? You want to know what happened to the so-called community? Niggers like that is what happened to the community. Niggas like that let some raggedy nigger run him down and tell him to shut up. Shut your ass up, Joy Reid. Don't nobody give a damn what half of you mammies got to say. Okay? Because you're all up there jerking off Jihad Joe. Well, after yesterday, wiping his ass.
Was the golden era.
I'm going to play. I'm going to play what you said.
I said that it was better
I'm going to play what you said.
I never said that. I
play
said
what he
together.
said.
Play what I
Please
said.
play what he said.
During Jim Crow, the Black family was together.
That's right.
During Jim Crow, more Black people were not just conservative, because Black people always have been conservative-minded, but more Black people voted conservatively. And then H.E.W., Lyndon Johnson, and then you go down that road, and now we are where we are.
Okay, so now I'm going to go back. You said during Jim Crow, the Black family was together. What was the authority of the Black father in the Black family during Jim Crow?
To put a bullet in a cracker's ass. Mouthy bitches, shut your ass up and mind your manners.
Well, listen, under Jim Crow, obviously, Black people were under great persecution, unfortunately, by Southern Democrats and the Democrat Party overall.
So what?
Stop. Stop. Don't try to link that shit with the South. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that will be linking them to the Confederacy, which the Dixiecrats were not. Let's continue.
History of our country. That's the fact. And so, well, let me finish now, Joy. And so having the black man in the home was about first protecting the mom and protecting the kids. Incredibly important. It was the leadership in the home, which is incredibly valuable. And I think what we're witnessing, obviously the last 30 years, definitely through my generation, is black fathers being at home is incredibly important for the success of black children going forward. And it's not just a black thing, that's everybody. Fathers in home help to breed success for kids moving forward. That is a great thing for our country. That's something that has been proven throughout time. So what I'm talking about is not the golden era of Jim Crow. That's ridiculous.
Y'all heard that, right? She's triggered. Let's see what she's got to say.
I would never say that. And that is the gaslighting that I'm standing up to, because that's what Hakeem Jeffries, the Biden campaign, Jamie Harrison, and the like are trying to bring up. And unfortunately, the media has followed suit with misleading headlines, and that's wrong.
Now I'm going to talk. Do I have a chance? Good. Now you.
Make you feel good, huh? Make you feel good.
Fuck you, bitch.
Talked about the black father being in the family, being able to protect the family. First, I want to read just for our audience the definition of Jim Crow, just so we all know what we're talking about. Jim Crow laws were a collection of state and local statutes that legalized racial segregation. They existed essentially from the post-Civil War era. They were meant to marginalize African Americans by denying them the right to vote, hold jobs, get an education, and other opportunities. Those who attempted to defy Jim Crow laws often faced arrest, fines, jail sentences, violence, and death. Now I want to talk about something that happened during this era. You said that what you were talking about was the presence of the black father in the home to protect his wife and family.
All right, before this heinous creature spews that vile nonsense she's about to say, let's cover what she just said. Okay? Number one, as I always have to keep reiterating, we are not African Americans. The only African here in this entire conversation, Joy, is you. Okay? And number two, what's wrong with segregation? Chinese people can segregate. Hindustanis can segregate.
Hey, I'm not gonna say what race, what people. I can't say that.
They can segregate. But when niggas want to do it, it's a problem. Do you know why? Because when niggas finally take our ball and go home, all you niggas gonna be assed out. Because let's not forget, Joy, if it wasn't for the fraud of the civil rights movement, your monkey ass wouldn't be over here. Okay? You be in Cameroon searching for diamonds or whatever the fuck y'all do over there.
In 1943, in the state that you represent, in Florida, a young man named Willie James Howard, who was 15 years old, was lynched. During Christmas of 1943, Willie Howard sent cards to all of his coworkers at the Van Priest dime store in Live Oak, Florida. Unlike the other cards, Willie's card to Cynthia Goff, a white store employee, revealed a youthful crush. His greeting expressed hope that white people would someday like black people and concluded, "I love your name, I love your voice. For SH, sweetheart, you are my choice." After reading the card, Cynthia's father, Phil Goff, brought two friends to the Howard home and demanded to see Willie. Despite his mother's pleading, the men dragged Willie away and then kidnapped Willie's father, James Howard, from work. The men drove the two Howards, to the embankment of the Suwannee River, bound Willie's hands and feet, stood him at the edge of the water, and told him to either jump or be shot. Willie jumped into the cold water below and drowned while his father was forced to watch at gunpoint. Willie's dead body was pulled from the river the next day. You said that during the Jim Crow era, the importance of having a black man in the home was to protect his family and to protect his wife. I actually spoke with somebody who lived through Jim Crow. Her name is Merle Evers Williams. And Merle quoted to me a man named Charles Silberman, who wrote in Crisis in Black and White, that in 1890, the year that the Mississippi Constitution was written, the policy of crushing out the manhood of the Negro citizen.
You done fucked up now.
No, this bitch is not out here besmirching the name of Chief Medgar Evers. Somebody get my news.
You have to go deliberate.
I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
So, because liberals like to throw 3 and 4 topics at you at once, let's walk it down, right? Number one, why do these niggas always have a story of a nigga getting his ass kicked or killed to pull out of their ass that ain't nobody ever heard of before? Right? How come y'all don't ever pull out the stories of niggas kicking the shit out of these motherfuckers? Because there's plenty of them. But if you don't go looking for them, you'll never hear it. If you're watching this channel right now, you're watching this video, and you haven't even heard of it before, I want you to go subscribe to James Lucifer Wooten Branch, a.k.a. Jim Red Wolf. Take y'all ass over to Chief's channel when we be reading the books on lynchings. Alright? And what was going on back then. The ignorance that you niggas exhibit is killing us. 2, what is your obsession with trying to prove that niggas don't protect their family? Oh, that's right. She's a foreign saboteur. She's here to sow discord in the veins of Freud. Next. And lastly, if you were shocked when you heard me say Chief Medgar Evers, you need to go do some research. Okay? You need to do it quick. Because if you look at that cover down there, what does it say? Evers died for you. Join the NAACP. And you already know how I feel about niggas all about causing problems. Or as you like to call them, the NAACP. Y'all picked the right month to come pull this bullshit out your ass, Joy. It was probably part of the plan, wasn't it? Right? But did you notice how she said, I actually talked to somebody who lived through Jim Crow? Bitch, my big mama lived through Jim Crow. My grandfather lived through Jim Crow. You foreigners are the fuck stupid. And you niggas that let them get over on you with that small time stuff, to quote Jewish Farrakhan.
Hey, I'm not gonna say what race, what people, I can't say that.
Y'all need to step y'all game up, boy. Cause she dog walking your punk ass right now. But bring me on the readout, Joy Reid, so I can dog walk your ass.
Was to be carried out with success. So the man in the home during Jim Crow had no rights, could not protect his wife from rape, could not protect his son from lynching. So again, why would you quote that era and say that at that time, the family all being in the home together was something we should think of as a good thing?
Because for the umpteenth 50-11 time, you raggedy bitch, you're only cherry picking stories. You know why you'll never hear the stories of niggas kicking the shit out of foreign crackers? You want to know why? Because once you show these niggas that they were doing it, they gonna start doing it again. And this time niggas ain't gonna have no mercy.
Well, first of all, Joy, the story you bring up and you're bringing up is a tragedy, one of the great tragedies of the Jim Crow era. This is why those policies were so they were disgusting and distasteful. All I was talking about, Joy, was the benefit of a man in the
family. Again, sir, I'm sorry, I let you talk for a long time. Sorry, I only no. Talk over you.
If you were really sensitive, cover your ears. You want to know what would have happened to that woman if her husband wasn't there? Phil Goff probably would have clapped her cheeks against her will. You stupid bitch.
Not in a chance to speak a lot, Congressman. You're going to answer my question now and not filibuster. This is the
man. This is some bullshit. Boo this man.
question you want. This is the question you need to answer.
That's what I'm trying to answer.
If black men,
that's what I'm trying to answer, Joy.
Give me a second. Take a breath. Take a breath. If a black man could not protect, it's my show. If a black man, a black father, could not protect his wife, his son, or himself from lynching and violence. How is him being in the home mean that that is an era that was better for the black family, or that we should think of as a good thing?
So let me ask you this. How is not having men in the homes helping these damn mammy niggers right now? You answer that for me. Because y'all blaming niggas for that too. Well, you didn't step up and you wasn't being a man. Like I said in Ungentrified, you fucking mammies chase these men out. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So if that's the case for me, you niggers can shut y'all goddamn ass up. And stand aside. And get out of niggas' way so we can fix y'all's fuck up. Yes, y'all's fuck up. Niggas didn't fuck this up. Alright? I see the problem. And it's mouthy bitches like you.
People in Jim Crow. I have never said that, and even my own words say that. If you're talking about the importance of black fathers in the home, or frankly, all fathers in the home, it is always for the betterment of children, to have leadership, yes, for safety. So having two people in the home to help provide the economic needs for those children so the family can succeed. That is a wonderful thing. We should always get back to that, not to Jim Crow. And this is the point of the gaslighting and the lying that is occurring with what I said. Don't try to impose the fact that the marriage rates were better in the higher, I want to be clear, higher in the Jim Crow era to mean that I think Jim Crow is great. That is a lie. That is gaslighting. I would never say such a thing.
Pussy ass nigga.
Which is why the Jim Crow era was destructive of black people.
You brought it up. You're the one who brought it up.
And for the last time, ain't nothing wrong with Jim Crow. And you niggas that don't know your history, if you ain't gonna stand on your grandfather's legacy, you need to go sit your bitch ass down.
Pussy ass nigga.
Understood. Now, I did fly off the handle there. Sorry, not sorry. It's one thing I'm tired of is brothers getting disrespected. And getting disrespected by not only niggers, foreign niggers. That ain't have nothing to do with nothing that we had to deal with here in so-called North America. Alright? And I don't ask the kinfolk for much. But I'm going to ask y'all to do me a solid. After you watch this, whatever social media you are on, tag that bonobo-faced monkey bitch, Joyless Reed, in this video and send this to her. I want to be on the readout so I want to drag this bitch in front of the world. I don't want to just talk shit in a reaction video. I want to drag this bitch on MSNBC. I want to drag that bitch so bad they cut the feed and cut the commercial. And then they escort me. Well, they ain't going to be able to escort me off. It's going to be Zoom call. Regardless. Do that for your boy, Rando. This ain't even about going viral. I want to drag that bitch up and down the street. That disrespect is no longer going to stand on this land. So, before I have an aneurysm or something from the rage that I'm trying to suppress, I'm going to get up out of here. And if you are a good upstanding sister, don't take nothing I said to that bitch to heart. Because I wasn't talking to you. Alright?
And so, brothers and sisters, you know why.
Hey, shut the hell up, you black son bitch. What's wrong with y'all?
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy. Go on.
I am a human being. I exist.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions. Send the word.